But most people can't sustain that level of discipline to manifest the things that they want.
I am a production of me. I sat around and thought about it and then became Kanye West.
The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great.
If you want to achieve something, or if you want to do something, you got to speak it into existence. So like, say you want a car, or you want something, or you want to be successful or whatever, just keep talking about it. You know what I mean? Just keep on believing in yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, and I also feel that things that I repetitively think about or say, I'm able to manifest. Like, you know, this house, for example, I manifested this.
Are you the best footballer in the world right now?
I think so, yes. In my mind, I'm always the best. I don't care what the people are thinking, what they say. In my mind, not just this year, but always, I'm always the best. I'm always going to say that because I think we have to thinking we are the best in our area. So in my area, I think I'm the best.
Well, I will say that the cover of Sports Illustrated and the cover of Vogue were on my vision board.
Really?
Yes.
You made vision boards?
Yes, that's my whole message. You know, speak what you want, make it your truth, and it will come true. It took me 2 years. It took the vision board that I still have up 2 years. And that doesn't matter because patience will bring you so much more.
I have so many affirmations that I do, and I've done affirmations for a long time. I believe that how you think, and I teach my kids this, your thoughts create your life. And so you have to think positive thoughts all the time. You have to force yourself to think positive thoughts at times. And so I do a lot of different affirmations. I'm open and receptive to all the goodness and abundance the universe has to offer.
If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. You are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. And I had nothing at that time, so it was like, but it just made me feel better. But then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.
You have to meet the vibration. You can't be above or below it. In order to draw the thing to you that you want to come, you can't want it so much that you fear that you won't get it. You have to want it. So in order for me to be on your vision board, you must have put it there and then you let it go.
Yes.
And then you weren't thinking about it every day. Because it doesn't come to you that way. You have to do it, and then you have to put it, and then you have to meet that vibration. You have to prepare yourself to be there and ready when it shows up.
It's hard for me to commit to something until I have that vision because I haven't seen it yet. It's very strange, but all of my really great performances, I saw them happen before they happened.
Hey you, yes you. Today is your day. You got this. You're amazing. The only thing more beautiful than your smile is your personality. Yeah, I said it. You're more than capable to take on the world, the whole world, by storm. Speaking of the world, did you know that it's a better place because you're in it?
This album, I kind of tricked myself. I'm gonna write a script, and I can see it in my head. I can see me and my band dancing and gold everywhere and women screaming for me when I do interviews. I just envisioned that. I just envisioned this fun album that made people want to dance, make people want to fall in love, make people want to make love and dance again. Constantly, for this album, I was constantly thinking about how I could make it better, how I could make the chorus better, different chord progressions, different drum beats. And now that the album's ready and I got to perform, I'm thinking about, all right, how are the lights gonna hit? When we traveled all this way, I want to make sure everyone has a good time. So I'm always constantly thinking about something involved with music.
But everything we do in life, sex, first dates, food, everything, we imagine it before it happens. Everything. Like even this interview, you imagined how it was going to go before it happened. Even I did. Like what you're going to wear, you subconsciously think about everything. The biggest thing I've learned that I cannot tell you the difference it made in my life. To not trust my instincts but act on them. Changed my life. We spend so much time convincing ourselves that something's wrong, but not acting on changing it. Nah, I'm moving away from that. I'm saying no to that. I don't feel right with that. But the power of no and the power of trusting your gut and acting on it is scary. It's really scary, but it's so empowering. And when I started doing that, that's when I saw the most change.
Why do you want to be famous?
Well, fame for me is not external, it's internal. So I've been famous for a long time, and I certainly know that my destiny is to be a storyteller in the world. But it's sort of like a mantra. It's kind of, you repeat it to yourself every day. Music is my life. Music is my life. The fame is inside of me. I'm going to make a #1 record and with #1 hits, and it's not yet. It's a lie. You're saying a lie over and over and over again, and then one day, the lie is true.
There is a reality just as real where it is our spiritual world that we can create and manifest, and that is the reality with a capital R. You know what I'm saying? That's the real reality that you bring to the other reality. Oh, I ended up meeting Kanye West, right? Rapping for him. This was my idol. This was my #1 person who I wanted to sign to. And I felt like I manifested that. And my mom is someone who introduced certain books to me that I was reading at the time when The Secret. And, she was like, you can do it. Like, you can manifest it. And I just believed it. And he followed through, but it took years after that. That's what people don't get. It wasn't like I rapped for him and that was it.
Do you believe that you sort of manifested this dream for yourself?
I think so. I think that I have never put any boundaries or limits on myself.
Yeah.
I think I've consistently given myself goals and dreams and gone, okay, that's good. Now what?
You run into people all the time who dream too small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely making a decision in your mind to choose love and to choose positivity and to choose victory, even when things seem like there's no way it can happen. It can happen.
I had a vision board in my room with all the things I want this year, and I pretty much got all of them.
That's crazy, right?
I believe in law of attraction a lot. So yeah, I'm like delusionally positive.
No, that's good.
The footballers do it. They pray, they meditate before the game, they visualize themselves winning. Billie Jean King visualizes every move on the court. What we were doing, we were early pioneers of that movement, which is to project a future which we can have goals which we can reach. Right? People project their own future.
But you gotta just believe everything is for your greatest good. And you believe that shit with your whole soul, 100%, it's gonna happen for you. I promise you that. And I'm not saying that because I read it in some book. I'm saying that because I'm standing on this stage tonight. I'm from the bottom. And I'm on this stage here tonight doing what I love to do in front of all these beautiful people. And that's because I set my intention. On my first album, I was saying, who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and I was telling you I was coming. I said that.
Just I have an insane belief in my own ability to manifest things. Insane belief. That I think it's ultimately complete sanity. But I believe we're creators, and I believe we create with every thought and every word every moment is pregnant with the next moment.
Believer. Yeah, I believe in manifestation. I believe in, putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key. Is like people they sit around going, when's it going to come? 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 And that's the wrong way. You're facing the wrong way. You're facing away from it. You have to go, it's here, it's here, it's here.
We're going to go on to be such a huge band. This will be on national television within 4 years. 4 years. It's now the 26th of June, 1998. By the 26th of June, 2002, the Coldplay, or the band, whatever they're called then, will be known just all over, man. We're going to be so big. Don't you forget.
People, look, you had confidence, and you were absolutely right. That was 20 years ago.
I think we dreamed big without thinking it might be possible. Half felt it, but also thought I was saying something ridiculous.
Yeah, but don't you think that because you said it, I think that we all create our reality by manifestation? I mean, we all want something and we take steps in that direction and we can make things happen. Don't you believe that?
Yeah, definitely.
And don't you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was all part of it happening.
I wanted to remind myself to keep thinking positively, to keep thinking from a place of wholeness, to keep thinking from a place of wealth. You know, wealth of spirit, wealth of family, wealth of love, to keep thinking of a place of resilience, of possibility, and making sure that even though things around us all feel off kilter and are off kilter, that now is the really important time to practice the power of words and to practice how saying those things in the mirror every day. I'm deserving, I'm powerful, I am limitless, I am wealthy, I'm full of love, I'm full of power, I'm full of creation, whatever it is that you might need, you know?
I heard people say I'm the luckiest man on the planet. I like to think I stay ready. A wise man once told me luck isn't some mystical energy that dances around the universe, randomly bestowing people with satisfaction and joy. You create your own luck. Gotta get in my zone now. There's gonna be no talking. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna think, and I'm gonna vision myself tearing this down. That's how you do it. You gotta vision it first.
Study the greats and become greater. I don't care if the whole world is against you or tease you or say you're not gonna make it. Believe in yourself, no matter what.
No matter what.
Some of the greatest men that have made a mark on this world were treated like that. You know, you're not going to do it. You're not going to get anywhere. They laughed at the Wright brothers. They laughed at Thomas Edison. They laughed at Walt Disney. They made jokes of Henry Ford.
They're huge on manifesting, and I actually think that's something that even made this moment happen for us. So you've always been vocal on manifesting, law of attraction. How do you feel that's led you to this point in your career with your success?
But I think writing it out is important. You have to. It's like, someone told me, when you write things down, it solidifies it. So I'm a firm believer of writing things down. I'm having that feeling right now of my life change. Yeah, I know my life's about to explode.
I can just go, I'm grateful for the body that's gotten me through every day of my life, no matter what I've put it through. I'm grateful for the health and strength that I have today.
So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose into. Like, I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers. Just became really obsessed with just learning about the power of the mind. So I used to meditate. Now I just kind of, I have a lot of things that stuck with me, a lot of ways of believing that stuck with me that just subconsciously I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and how I believe, how powerful my mind actually is.
Waking up every morning, getting on my knees, thanking God for a blessing of another day. All of us are brilliant. All of us are magnificent. Every single person. So it's greatness and brilliance isn't unique. Is that most individuals allow the fear to stop them from manifesting their greatness.
Affirmations and meditation.
I am, very much so.
How has that changed you?
A lot. I just feel like we all operate, and we don't even realize it, on such negative thoughts all the time. Mostly what goes on through our mind and our subconscious is negative. Like, oh, I could have done this better. Oh, I'm so dumb. I said stupid this. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how we think all the time, and I never thought about how I think. And then when I started paying attention to my thoughts and changing them and saying, you know what, thank you for sharing that, brain or spirit or whatever's going on in there, but you know what, I am doing good. I am better. I am trying, you know, and redirecting those thoughts to be more positive thoughts and affirmations like, me and my children are always healthy. I am, you know, we live a joyous life. You know, things like this every single day really help redirect me from the beginning of my day.
Affirmations are a big deal for me, and a lot of times I record them into my phone and I repeat them over and over again so that when I'm getting ready in the morning, it's not like I have to spend an extra 10 minutes on affirmations. I'm actually listening to it, my own voice on my phone, so it's like I'm programming myself. You create the world that you want to live in, and it's very important that you put the effort into manifesting what it is you want. But if you're not putting in the work and you're not doing a daily deed to create that world, then you're not actually going to feel hopeful for the future.
If you can see it in your head, if you can picture it, if it's clear, you know what I'm saying? Then it is a possibility. If you believe in it, it's already happened. You just haven't gotten there yet. You know, so it's all about believing in yourself, believing in what you do, being able to see it, knowing how to get there, living it, and trust me, it'll happen. Ask and ye shall receive. That is a very true thing.
I have visualized everything from the color of my stiletto to my hairstyle to the choreography and movement, and no one has seen it except me. So there are certain details that I'm really specific about, and it's hard for me to commit to something until I have that vision because I haven't seen it yet. It's very strange, but all of my really great performances, I saw them happen before they happened.
And I believe with hard work and with a goal and love and positivity, then eventually we're going to be fine.
Thought in your mind is powerful. Every word you speak is powerful. Every action you take has consequences for yourself and your community.
I think it's the universe. I'm a firm believer in what you put out in the universe is what you get in return. And I put that energy out there, and I feel like that's what always comes back. So,
I mean, like you said, law of attraction is about speaking things into existence. You got to understand that your thoughts are not just these like whimsical things that have no weight and carry no weight in the universe. Your thoughts are things. Your thoughts are like, they hold weight. And there's a big pool of energy in the universe that if you connect, everyone's actually connected to it. You know what I'm saying? We're just the universe experiencing ourselves. But when you really like tune into that ideology that, yo, my thoughts do turn into something. If I believe in it and I put the right energy behind it, you can really make what you want to have happen. You know, exactly like you said, law of attraction. We got what we wanted out of life.
We live on the energy of our imagination. Our imagination projects us to fulfill our work.
To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this, just imagine what you can do. Hey!
We're going to visualize the reality of the world we want to be in. All right? I want you to find a comfortable spot, quiet, all right? I want you to sit down or either lay down. Set a timer for 5 minutes and close your eyes, uninterrupted. Start by visualizing the ideal performance space that you see in your mind. Is it a field? Are you in an arena? Whatever you visualize, that is the reality that you're setting for yourself. What does it sound like? What color are the walls? What color are the seats, the stadium seats? Watch your fans slowly fill into the space. Listen to their excitement. Picture yourself backstage calmly waiting to perform for your audience who's excited to see you perform, who came to hear you sing, see you dance, watch you perform for them. Once you set the scene, remain quiet in that moment until your timer has gone off. That's all it takes.
Train yourself to look at the positive side on other people. It will come back to you because that's how you're looking at things, and doors are opening everywhere. If all you can see is the flaw, the fault, how bad things are, how this person this, how this person, that's all that there is space for in your life. This is the only thing that you will have in your life, because negativity, it's also contagious. You have to have faith that they will come, but only if you change yourself, you will be able to see them. Because you can only see according to your perception of things. So unless you make a change inside, new opportunities will never come to you. So when you make a mistake, you have to have faith that there's always a way out.
So what is manifesting as you understand it?
Wishing or believing that
what you want is gonna happen. Mine's very simple. I just write 3 things on like my I have a whiteboard in front of my bed, and I see it first thing in the morning and last thing before I go to bed at night. So it's just like 3 things. And when one of those 3 things are done, like if it came true, I just put another one in. Yeah.
You know, that's kind of a great idea though.
Yeah. I write things down when I want something to get put into my head. Even if I'm going to have a hard conversation with somebody, usually I kind of write a little mini script for myself. I want this to go. What are my goals? What do I want? That's what any of your athletes would do. It's like, I know that I have that as an artist. I want to have a long career. And so I would write down, you know, kind of an idea of where I'd want conversations to go, even with the people in my life, and what do I want out of them. And I had to stop going, hey, just because they wrote that down, it's true. Because something about writing it down gives a lot of power. I don't like to write down things that I don't mean. That's why I don't write songs that I hate, because once you write it down, they are like alive.
So
you know?